What happens with toxic men long term, especially if you do what I talk about in my videos, which is withdraw your energy? What does their future look like? This video is in response to a commenter's question in relation to a video that I recorded where I talk about how a woman's currency with a man is quite literally her energy, that men cannot survive without feminine energy, and if you want his attention and you want something from a man, you need to withhold your attention until that thing is given to you, or that attention is given to you. It is quite literally the most powerful thing on earth, a woman's energy. So what happens to a man when he continuously loses out because he refuses to evolve and change? What happens to them? I'll tell you right now. If you want to undertake a sociological experiment to figure out what happens to men down the line who refuse to evolve, who refuse to rise up and deserve women that they are pursuing or in relationships with. If you want to conduct a sociological experiment that answers this question, please sit outside of your nearest liquor store, gas station, or closest place to buy liquor in your hometown around 5:36 when men are getting off of work, and sit back and watch. What you will see is men sauntering up to said store, entering, and a few minutes later exiting with a giant case of alcohol or bottle of alcohol, getting in their cars, and I will guarantee to you they are going home to drink themselves into a stupor the entire evening long. They will do the same thing all weekend long. Usually they're alone. Once in a while, they might have a woman by their side while they drink themselves into a stupor. I had a dusty boyfriend like that where I sat next to him the entire weekend and he drank himself into a stupor because he could not sit with himself and he could not face his shadows and the destruction that he had left in his wake in his relationships. Men want to numb themselves, and whether they have a placeholder woman by their side who has not figured them out yet or not, that is the goal. It is to numb themselves into oblivion so they don't have to face the wreckage that they have left behind because of their refusal to level up. Another sociological experiment, please go to a Costco by yourself any time of day, because really you're looking at the retired male demographic at this point in time, and men in their 60s, 70s, 80s will approach you. They'll walk by and side-eye glance at you. They may drop a kitschy one-liner at the food court or some sort of come on in line while you're waiting to pay for your food. And they honestly think that they still have a chance with you in their 70s, 80s, and 90s. Men are delusional, especially toxic men. They have lived from a place of delusion their entire lives, and so nothing changes in their 70s and 80s, and they quite literally think that they actually have a chance with you. And I can't even get out of Costco unscathed at this point in my life. There is always guaranteed going to be a man that is wandering around without a wedding ring, single, still thinking in his old age that he can bag a younger woman with a snazzy pickup line. This is what happens to men that refuse to evolve, refuse to break out of their delusion, and own their shadows and level up to be deserving of women. And if you don't believe me, go conduct these 2 sociological experiments. No matter the age, men are still trolling because they absolutely need divine feminine energy. That never changes no matter the age. Your currency as a woman is knowing how to wield your divine feminine energy and giving it to men who are deserving of it, who rise to the level to receive it, and not falling for toxic strategies from toxic men who are trying to glean it from you without deserving it.